All right, and there it is. Convenience. Man, if I would have known that the mission was going to be that easy, I would have beat this game yesterday. But all right, Advanced Wars Dual Strike has been conquered. I don't have any thoughts written down for Advanced Wars, much like all the other Advanced Wars. I would say I enjoyed this game. I think it was pretty good. It wasn't as difficult as some of the previous Advanced Wars games, which, you know, for me, was fine. I think I would have enjoyed a little bit more difficulty, but I don't play these games for the difficulty. I like some of the characters. I also very much dislike Jake for his Jake just comes off as very fake to me. But you know, that could just be a me thing. Just seems very much like a. I think the best way that I could possibly put it is he just seems like a poser to me. It doesn't feel like he says things naturally. He just says those things because he wants to be cool. But you know, without having voice acting, who knows? It could be 100% genuine, and I just would never know. I kind of wish that some of the other characters joined much sooner. I think there could have been more character interaction, and I think that was definitely missing. Hey, Bill Trinan on the localization team. I like the music in this game. Holy cow. Was I not expecting an Advanced Wars game to have music of this caliber? Like the previous Advanced Wars games, like they have some good tracks, you know, like, yeah, you know, Andy's track, you know, it's pretty good. Max's track, like, all right, yeah, like this is pretty good, you know. But Jake's track in this game, oh my goodness, that's a good track. And the main menu theme in this game, that's a good track. You know, like there are just some good tracks in this game. Some absolutely good tracks. I don't necessarily want to say bangers yet. I'm gonna listen to the OST, but there's some good tracks. I enjoyed them a lot. Let's see. I think, weirdly enough, I think my favorite mission was probably the mission that I got a B on, where it was kind of like the 3 lanes, and you know, we have air, we have ground, and then we have water, and you know, we just got to push up to the black obelisk, the second one. Even though I got disrespected on that mission, that one was actually a lot of fun because I got to kind of show some cheesy strategies to it that turned out to not be cheesy enough because I didn't kill enough units. But you know, there you go, I guess. Yeah, and as mentioned, I think the volcano mission was the only one that I really disliked. It really sucks that the volcano just erupts in the same spots every time, and the AI can utilize that, but I can't. In the sense of like, I don't know where it's gonna show up. One of the things that I would really like in an Advanced Wars game is something that Fire Emblem kind of does, and some other tactics games kind of do, where you can highlight the specific enemies or specific environmental hazards and where they're going to affect. That way you can maneuver around them. That personally would be a way more fun for me. It's kind of like the Fog of War situation. I never like Fog of War maps in tactics games because it's only a disadvantage for the player. Well, meanwhile, the computer just act like there's no Fog of War. Advanced Wars gives you a little bit of leeway with the forest. You know, you can move into forest and they don't know that you're in there. But for the most part, I wouldn't say that comes into play as often as you would like because maps are, I guess I would say in this game, I think maps are in the player's favor, which is kind of strange, but um, that's probably just because it was more on the easy side. Jake is a generic white meat baby face with a forced youth appeal in your viewpoint. Um, I could probably agree with that. I was describing to Dante that it feels like Jake is the guy that that knows a black guy that talks with similar words and phrasings, um, or that uses like words and phrases and things like that. And Jake thinks that's cool, so he wants to mimic that guy, and it just doesn't sound good. He still sounds like how a Jake would sound, but then he's just adding those words at the end of his sentences, or he's adding them to a sentence. It just doesn't come off genuine to me. But again, it's text. It could, if there was voice acting, it could have been great. Who knows? I would say if the developer is watching, the sequel, or I would want the sequel to basically be like Dual Strike. I think this is a great platform to build an Advance Wars game. I know that Days of Ruins is not this Advanced Wars game. And I guess to kind of speak to that, I actually think that I enjoy Advance Wars games uh, without the story. Um, I I think the gameplay is the game for me in Advance Wars. And, going through the story, it doesn't add anything to the experience. It doesn't necessarily detract, but, it does feel like a waste of time. Like the Advance Wars story for 1, 2, and 3 is just pointless for the most part. And I know that changes for Days of Ruin. I know that they get a little bit more story focused, and I don't remember any of the story. I don't remember much of the gameplay, but I do know that they change art styles, and that's definitely a big turnoff for me because I really like the art style of Advance Wars, and I really like um, when games keep to their strengths or keep to what works, and just improve on what may be lacking. And I personally don't feel that the art style needs to change. So if I were to say if another Advance Wars were to come about, I think Dual Strike is a great platform to build off of. I think the previous Advance Wars games are great platforms to build off of. I personally would not say no to a 3D Advance Wars game, but I think the sprite work and the illustrations and things like that of Advance Wars is part of the draw for me. So I just want to play through 25 to 30 story mission maps, have a great time being challenged by that, and then go through the plethora of side content from online play to being able to create your own maps to challenge missions. There's so much stuff in the Advance Wars games. It's actually crazy, like legitimately crazy, how much extra stuff you can do. I got my sound gallery. No. Yeah. So like, there's battle maps. Oh, I don't wanna hear you talk. Design room, wireless battles, war room versus survival combat. Like, there's so much stuff to do in this game. You beat the game in however many hours I did it. It was 2 6-hour streams, a 4-hour stream, and a 1-hour stream. This is day 5. I don't know. We're at like 18 to 20 hours, 16 to 20 hours or so. And you know, I could still do more. There's just so much more to do. Before I end my thoughts, I want to see how things change if I don't kill Homeboy Slice. Also catch up on the chat here for a second. Yeah, Dual Strike pops off with the music. Definitely does. Advance Wars Days of Ruin is it's an Advance Wars game. I'll get around to playing that one. It's the final one for the franchise playthrough so far, anyways. You know, who knows? Maybe Nintendo's like, you know what, we got a little surprise for you. But you know, stuff and stuff with the stuff and stuff. Then there's a lot of unique exhibition maps to play around. If you're in this for the gameplay alone, yeah, like that's exactly what I was saying. It's like there's a lot of content in not just this Advance Wars game, but like previous ones too. As a kid, I used to love making my own maps, and like specifically in Advance Wars 1, I think I would always just build these advantageous maps for myself, and then the enemy had to, you know, like build landers and send their units to islands to capture factories and stuff like that, while I'm just amassing this big army on this massive landmass, you know, to then go out and destroy them. Great stuff. Absolutely great stuff as a kid. Well, they tried to make an actual story with Ruin. The art style of Days of Ruin is very hit or miss for sure, as is the story focus. Yeah, we'll definitely see. There is a 3D Advance Wars. Really? What Battle Maps has the unlock for the sound? Oh, okay. Next, choose no. Can't do this. Don't worry. You'll stream it this evening. The battle maps. I just can't do it. Can't go, dude. He's sorry. He's letting us down. He's doomed everything. We're all fools. The 3D Advance Wars. What is it called? Now the Uzium is surviving. Why isn't anybody else killing him? I mean, I know Hawk is going to do it, but like, why is everybody like, no, Jake, it's up to you. It's your responsibility. I have destroyed your life support system. This is the end, Von Bolt. That's right, Hawk. There's actually a game that I remember back in the day. It's not an Advance Wars game. It's like an Army Men game. That was a tactics game, and I'm immensely curious about that game. I kind of want to go back to that. All right, so looks like there's not much difference here, other than, you know, Hawk kills. Doesn't look like Hawk leaves with us. He still gets the chair. Out of curiosity, is Advance Wars Days of Ruin a continuation of this game at all? Oh, I thought I could skip this. Phase Room is completely unrelated to older Advance Wars games in every way. Okay. Different universe, pretty much. Okay. Alright, well... looks like... there is nothing more to add for the story. So, that's going to wrap it up for me for today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, actually, I'm going to end my thoughts here.